great at your job and still be overlooked. Not because you lack the skills, because people don't always see those skills if you don't communicate them. And if you're an international professional, a job seeker, a supervisor, or someone trying to move into a leadership position, this matters even more. So today I'm going to go over 5 communication mistakes that could be holding you back and give you tips of what you can do instead. Stay till the end because I do have a free guide that you can get with 10 tips, not just 5. So stay tuned and watch for that link. I'm Samar from Speak Up, Level Up Your Career, and my goal is to help professionals build the communication skills and confidence they need to speak up, interview better, contribute at work, and get higher and better career opportunities. Sometimes the person with the most knowledge in the room isn't the person that people remember. The person they remember is often the one who communicates their values clearly. So let's make sure that's you. Mistake number 1 is staying silent. Imagine you're in a meeting. You have an idea. You know it could help, but then you start thinking, what if I say it wrong? What if my idea isn't good enough? What if someone disagrees? So you wait and someone else speaks, and the meeting moves on, and you didn't get to say your idea. Here's the problem. Your manager can't evaluate ideas if you don't share them, and your colleagues can't recognize your expertise if you don't demonstrate them. So give yourself one simple rule. Contribute once, whether it's one question, one comment, one suggestion. You don't need a 5-minute speech. It could be a simple sentence like this. I'd like to add a quick point. Or you could say, I have a suggestion that might help. That's it. So the challenge for you today is to speak at least once. Challenge yourself. Mistake number 2 is giving short one-word answers. So here's another mistake that seems small, but it could affect how people perceive you. For example, if someone asks, do you think we should change the deadline? And you answer yes. Technically, you answered the question, but you didn't show your thinking. Compare that with this answer. Yes, I think you're extending the deadline would give us enough time to review the final report properly. Same opinion, different professional impression. Here's the formula. Always give your answer with a reason. Yes, I agree because. Or no, I'd recommend another approach because. I think we should move forward because. So always state your reasoning. Especially in an interview, don't make them pull the words out of you. Explain clearly and concisely. Mistake number 3 is trying to sound too smart. So some people try to use the biggest words possible or speak as fast as they can. And often that's not going to make it any better. If people can't understand you, your message loses power. The goal isn't how intelligent I can sound. The goal is how clearly I can communicate this idea. Strong communicators make complicated ideas easier to understand. So slow down, pause, and state your main point, and then explain it. Instead of trying to give 5 ideas at once, try, my main concern is the deadline. Pause. The reason is, now your listener knows exactly where you're going. Clarity over complexity. Mistake number 4 is when you pretend that you understand, and often this is people whose language isn't English. You may walk away saying, I don't quite understand what they said, but I don't want to ask. So you just say, okay, and walk away. And think, what exactly am I supposed to do? Asking a good question doesn't make you look incompetent. Often it shows that you are paying attention. Try, just to confirm, you'd like this completed by Friday? Or could you clarify what you mean by the final version? Or you could say, before I get started, can I confirm one detail? This sounds professional, and more importantly, it prevents mistakes. Mistake number 5 is waiting to feel confident. This might be the biggest one. Sometimes people tell themselves, when my English improves, I'll speak more. When I feel more confident, I'll contribute. When I'm ready, I'll apply for that job. When I'm even better, I'll start presenting and volunteering. But confidence doesn't usually come first. Practice comes first, confidence follows. So think about any skill you've learned, dancing, singing, running. You have to practice until you became confident. So communication works the same way. So I challenge you again, for the next 5 days, do one thing that makes you slightly uncomfortable. Ask a question, share your opinion, introduce yourself to someone, answer with more detail, and speak up during a meeting. You could even record yourself answering an interview question. One small action every day. It'll help. So if you remember one thing from this video, remember this. Your career already has value. Your experience has value. Your ideas have value. But other people need to be able to hear, to understand your value. So better communication isn't about sounding perfect. It's about learning how to express what you already have confidently. And that's exactly what I teach at Speak Up, Level Up. I covered 5 mistakes today, but I created a guide that offers 10 mistakes that could be holding back your career. You can check for the link and get your copy. Also, you'll be able to find examples of what to say, useful work phrases, and there's a free, quick self-assessment to identify what you should focus on first. You can get this guide completely free. Check for the link at the bottom of the description. And don't just download it and forget about it. Make sure you choose at least one mistake and practice one new strategy this week. That is how communication actually improves. If you're a professional who wants to communicate more clearly, interview with confidence, and speak up in meetings, or prepare yourself for the next career opportunity, subscribe to Level Up Your Career and watch for more videos. I also have an Instagram account which I share tips and motivation, and I hope to see you in my next video.